money, shithead!
Oh, it's down there somewhere. Let me take another look.
Could it be the fact that Kevin Feige is getting in some hot water? Could it be the fact that Disney has lost over $123 billion in revenue and this last year alone? Or could it be that Disney has been actively changing long-existing characters that they have been around for ages upon centuries upon decades to something that they are not? Believe me, it's not just the movies that are in trouble, it's also the theme parks and the fact that Disney has also lost their right to govern themselves in the state of Florida. You see, Disney's problem has always been remaking their own films, and they have been doing that for the past 13, 14 years now. I first noticed that they were doing this since 2010. While they have come out with different sequels or movies, they don't do well financially, mainly because you're retelling the same classic over and over, or you're producing more identity politic garbage, in turn basically making the film a gigantic flop. And for those who don't know, the definition of a flop, as an entertainer, you gotta make that money back that the company gives to you to make the film and to make the product. If you fail to meet that expectation, that's what we call a flop. And that's what people use to describe a film that fails to make back the money. Understand this is a business, not a pedestal to put your fifis on the full display. People come to a theater to enjoy a normal story. That's pretty much all there is to it. The past 2 years I've kind of kept to myself and just quietly observed and laughed at them, like I always do. Every time that they came out with a remake or a sequel, they inevitably bomb because of the shit that they try to force down your throat, and I laugh at it. Then you have the diehards like this person and her family that likes, I'm not knocking them for liking it, but I am knocking them for is not knowing a damn thing about how business works in the entertainment industry. It's just gotten more incredibly clear that the critics that like these types of movies don't really matter, don't buy the products, and that's why Disney has problems like they do now. Because they listen to these psychotic nutjobs who can't tell if they're a man or a woman. Disney is financially unstable. Their stock have been going down year after year. And here's the bottom line. If you guys remember what happened to Bud Light and how people are boycotting them and how people are treating them now, can you imagine what would happen to Disney if they went down the similar route? Because that is exactly where they're headed right now. As for Disney themselves, they need to start asking themselves these questions. Who is this for? Who are you making it for? Who's the target audience? Continue asking these questions and maybe you'll come to an answer. But right now, you are making these things for a phantom audience that does not exist. And perhaps that's why Super Mario Brothers movie just blew Disney out of the water and broke value millions of thousands of dollars in records and box office.
Gotcha, bitch!
Of course, that is the end result of what happens when you make a film for story purposes, rather than shoving stuff and identity politics down people's throats. I asked this. Are you sure Disney's gonna be surviving in the next couple of years? Because it looks like their entertainment industry is heading down Trashville. Yes, let's let Illumination take Disney's spot as the family-friendly company. Hell, even Japan is basically making musicals that are far superior to Disney, as they came out with one of their films, Sing a Little Bit of Harmony. Musical really isn't my style, but I kinda dug the film. Of course, let's not forget Studio Ghibli. They've been around for 37 years and they put Disney to shame. Absolute shame, my guy. Meanwhile, Disney continues to make total asses of themselves, continuing to disrespect the fan base, disrespect their own core audiences, and that's another reason why Disney's in the shitter. Meanwhile, Illumination is pumping out hit after hit, while Disney is making zero efforts to change their own ways. And for those people that are saying, well, Disney's making money, what are you talking about? Well, if Disney's so flat out rich, why aren't they taking risk? Why aren't they taking or hiring people and actual writers that know a thing or two about writing a fucking story? That's right, because they're over-exaggerating them like they always do.
Besides the obvious pandering to the point of lunacy, it's also a total 180 degrees away from the original film.
Song lyrics have been changed to emphasize female empowerment. The Little Mermaid will no longer leave the ocean for love.
Well, frankly, then what's the point of this story?
Don't ask questions. Just consume product and then get excited for next product.
お兄ちゃん分かってる相手はガキだ殺しはしない
They can't put out a new story because they have no money to pay these writers, or they just don't want to work with them. If you think I'm wrong, why don't you prove it by putting out a fucking new film, and we'll see if it's any good.
So there you go, another pointless remake to waste your time in the finite amount of life you have left on this earth. Another meaningless piece of dribble that'll be just sent out in hopes that they can sell Funko Pops, toys, and other tchotchkes that no one really wants and will have no value. And when you die, it won't matter. All the shit you got will be garbage. Your most prized possessions will be trashed to someone else in your family, or something for a quick flip. And The Rock will continue to make horrible movies till the day you die. Stu, I'm sorry, I got very dark. I'm very depressed. I just can't take it anymore. I can't take it.